Anybody that walks out here in the dunes, first thing they do is realize how nice these dunes are, and they want to slide down these dunes.
The Oceano Sand Dunes, just south of Pismo Beach, California, stretch for miles along the rippling waves of the Pacific. The deceptively soft sand is the perfect playground for off-roaders, but also offers surprising thrills that you would expect to find only in the higher elevations in frigid temperatures. This is dune boarding, a sport that has allowed men like LINO RICO to turn their dreams of sand surfing into a reality.
I'd always try to slide down these hills. We used cardboard boxes. When snowboarding came about, I took the same design, similar to that, and then made my own board.
Oh, it was so awesome. I mean, it was a little terrifying at first, but once you got the hang of it, it was awesome. And the wind was blowing in your face, and when you picked up a lot of speed, it was a lot of fun. And falling didn't hurt that bad, so that was also a plus.
When you hit one of these dunes that we slide down, it's the slip face. It's really soft, and you could feel the board go through the edge go right through that dune, and you get speed, and it feels pretty good. There's some techniques that you need to understand when you go dune boarding, and one of the first ones is speed. The second one is control. So as you're dune boarding, the first thing you're going to learn is a little bit of control. And that helps you learn new things. You'll see people doing things, and you're like, wow, I don't know if I could ever do that.
I'm from Utah, but I've never been snowboarding myself, and it was a little challenge. Biffed it a lot of times, but it was great. Couldn't believe that you could go down sand dunes on a board.
Sandboarding actually began in ancient Egypt and was revived again in the 1940s. It didn't really pick up steam, though, until the early 1990s, when it quickly caught on throughout the world, particularly in desert spots where other forms of recreation were limited. But the sport never really gained the same popularity as snowboarding, since you can't build lifts in the sand, and so you're forced to hike or ride to the top of the dune after each run. Even so, men like LINO RICO are working hard to introduce more people to the sport, training them to ride a dune in summer like they would a ski slope in winter.
He was amazing. He was able to watch you and tell you what you were doing wrong and telling you what you were doing right, so that you're able to correct yourself and go better on the next run.
If you fell down, he told you a different trick to try, and you just got back up and tried that one.
To teach somebody to actually dune board, it's actually a thrill for me, because for me, I had to learn by doing. But once I got to know how to actually do it, teaching somebody else the sport that I love, it's actually a thrill for me. So I enjoy seeing everybody else enjoy the same thing that I have a passion for.
I thought it was going to be hard because of the sand, and it was hard walking up there, but going down you just have to have balance, and I don't have balance, but it was easy.
Dune boarding classes are, of course, available at the Oceano Dunes, but wherever massive sand mountains rise, you can find boarders willing to pass on their craft. And while it may seem extreme to strap on a waxed board and hit a sand dune, it's new experiences like these that define our lives, framing our familial interactions with laughter, thrills, and yes, even a few falls.
I think trying new things like that builds bonds, and as a father, you want those bonds with your kids. Good, fun experiences like that where you can share the outdoors and be alongside of them.
It's a great way to learn that you like new things. You're able to find out new things about yourself, that you find out, hey, I'm actually really good at this, or I'm really bad at this, but it was fun, and I learned how to improve myself today.
Leave the parka at home and hit the dunes instead. For At Your Leisure, I'm Malia Stringham.